Today's video is all about advice for teenagers, what to do if you're a teenager and you have questions about the future and you want help or you want advice from a fellow adult that can give you guys some advice and some expectations about what matters and what doesn't matter in your teenage years and what to look forward to in your future. And so that's why I want to make this video for you guys. The best piece of advice that I can give you right now is, as a teenager, do not worry about not being in AP classes and music and sports and running for class president and joining all those pep rallies and getting involved. Sure, it's cool to get involved and to do all these different things and try to excel at high school to give yourself a better chance at getting into a college. But as someone who wasn't valedictorian, as someone who didn't take any AP classes, didn't do any sports, didn't join any events or clubs, and just kept to myself and my friends and just went to the gym, I turned out pretty all right. So my advice to you is, if you guys aren't excelling in high school, don't feel like you're a failure. Don't feel like you're not going to make it. Don't feel like your other peers are going to continue on that trajectory, because a lot of them, they might burn out. All those APs, all those sports, all that hustling as a kid, they'll burn themselves out. And so my advice to you is, it's okay to be a kid, because after high school, reality sets in, life becomes harder, you get more obstacles, and you can't really become a kid anymore. My next tip is for those of you that are seniors that just graduated or are going to graduate in the next coming years. If you feel like you did not peak in high school, that's okay, right? You don't want to peak in high school. You don't want high school to be your highest moment, and then after that, you just go downhill. I know a lot of people personally that were the coolest kids, the smartest ones, most involved, and then after high school, you never really heard about them again. They kind of burnt out and fell off the face of the earth, essentially. High school isn't the end, and who you are in high school doesn't mean that's who you're going to be for the rest of your life. Believe me, there's so many mental changes that are going to happen to you between the ages of 18 and 25. And as soon as you hit 25, you're going to feel completely different. A light bulb went on that you didn't know was ever there. Everything just starts making sense because your brain is fully developed. And so until that point, it's okay if you weren't the coolest, the smartest, the most athletic in high school, because you're still growing. You're still finding out who you are, what you like. Don't sweat it if you feel like you're not where you want to be right now in high school. My next tip for the teenagers out there is to have a plan for when you graduate high school. You don't have to know what you're going to do with the rest of your life right now, but what you need is a plan. Are you going to college? Are you going to trade school? Have you been developing a business plan? Are you going to run your family business? There's plenty of things out there for you to do. However, you have to decide right now what you want to do, at least in the short term. What you're going to do right after high school doesn't mean you're going to do that for the rest of your life. A lot of people switch careers all the time, and that's okay. Things can change all the time, and you can't predict that. But what you need is a plan right now to make money, to get educated, to become a functioning adult in society. Whether or not that's what you're going to do later in life, that's not the point. You need to establish yourself now as an adult after graduation. Because as a high schooler, that's essentially your job. Your job is to be a teenager, to be educated, to get your diploma. And so after high school, you're sent out into the world. There's no school for 8 hours a day. So you need to figure out what's the best way to use your time and your resources to establish a career, to get a job, and to find your calling. And so real quick on the note of doing something after high school, college isn't always BS. I know a lot of social media people will tell you that college is bullshit, that you don't need college, it's a scam. But unless you're going to trade school, unless you're doing boot camps to learn coding or programming, or unless you're going into sales or owning a family business or invent something new and become an entrepreneur or even go to the military, then yeah, college is going to be probably your best option. Because if you get into the STEM field, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, these fields are the things that need a college degree. Maybe you don't need a college degree for other things, but these are the things that pay big bucks in the future, that have the highest career earning potential, and that will probably get you a job after college if you do well enough. So if you have no idea what you want to do and everyone's telling you college is bad, I'm here to tell you that if you choose a good major with a good career trajectory and you're confident that there is a need for that in the world, then go ahead and do it. However, be sure it's what you want to do. And so here's my last tip for teenagers. You may feel like that you don't know enough to go out there in the real world and become an adult. There's so many things that you haven't been taught. There's so many things that you haven't learned or experienced. You don't know how to pay taxes. You don't know how to cook. You don't know how to do laundry. You don't know how to pay bills. And that's exactly the thing. You're no longer in a position where people are going to be teaching you every single day. I didn't know how to dress well, use skincare routines, and record a video with camera, or apply for an apartment, or apply for a job. But you learn these things because you invest the time to learn about them on your own time. And so you don't want to be a professional victim. It's easy to take the blame and put on other people. Oh, my parents didn't have enough money. Oh, they never taught me that. Oh, school never taught me how to file taxes. Yeah. But there are people out there that specialize in these things, and the internet is the best way to learn from them. So utilize all these resources at your disposal and start learning, start becoming an adult, and start figuring out life on your own. And believe me, it's very scary. No one's holding your hand anymore. It's up to you to create the life that you wish to live. And that takes a lot of accountability. And you also have to humble yourself and acknowledge what you don't know, so then you can go ahead and seek out that truth and find out things on your own. And as scary as all of this may seem, I'm confident that with this advice in this video, that it's truly going to help you guys out and that you guys are going to be just fine in the future. And so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Good luck out there, and I'll catch you guys in that next one.